Can't forget the dog's dinner now.
I know. I was like, why is he following me? I literally forgot.
That boy can eat.
Sorry, mommy forgot. I was busy giving you cucumber, I forgot. Sorry. 1 second, okay? I'll throw in some cucumber too while you're at it.
What up, Dr. Luca? You got a backup record going? Thank you, sir. All right, there's so much to talk about. I don't even know really what to talk about, so we're just gonna get into it. So we start flowing through the charts, we'll stumble across things on our journey that are relevant to this day and age, what's been happening. But I want to start off the stream like we start off every stream. Dr. Luca, what's the first step? First step is to delete all the names on the focus list. We're going to start fresh. We're actually going to do a bigger scan today. This is like a market-wide scan. It's just a little looser. It's got like 350 names on it. So we are going to rip through it, draw lines, talk about charts. My portfolio is pretty full right now, actually. It's the fullest it's been in a while. I don't own this one though. Okay, so let's go through. Needs more sideways list. SUN, really big volume. I said it a bunch of times. SUN is just, it's been the best momentum trading stock of the last couple of years. When it goes, gives great opportunities, big linear moves. It should be on watch. ONS I own, actually. I don't have much size because it's pretty thin, but where did I buy it? Bought it about right here at 230. I don't even care. This thing can come off. I don't need to see it. BBAI looks really, really good. I know it reports in a couple of days, but it's doing everything that we want it to do. Some say that it's the next Palantir. They basically do the same thing. I'm glad they got rid of the previous CEO. She was kind of weird. They got some new dude in. He's seasoned and seems to have a vision and drive and experience. But yeah, I mean, this was an incredible move. I actually traded this one. It was a big winner just in a couple of days. But it's pulled back. It basically went straight down. And didn't really recover that well post tariff crash. Like, these must be April lows here. Yeah, it kind of just bounced and put in like this low base flag, but now it popped up and it's building this momentum flag, which is cool. I mean, we have earnings. Like, what is that? Is that Monday? Yeah, that's Monday. So there's really nothing to do until then. But it looks ready. It looks good. This is one of those companies that can just have news like out of the blue that they like won a contract or whatever. So I don't know, it might be worthwhile seeing what RFPs they've applied for, or what pending awardings they're in line for. I don't know if that's the right term, but Yeah, I mean, and then you might be able to see the actual release dates, the expected release dates for news. So like if you know they're in the contest, there's an expected release date coming, you might be able to, you know, be on top of it. But yeah, I mean that's kind of what these guys do, I think. AI software contracts is what they're trying to win. So it's pretty linear. I mean, it's nice. This is going to be, I don't know, I feel like this one's actually going to go. It's building a really nice chart. I mean, there's nothing for me to do yet. It would have to expand over, like over this downtrend line and over whatever the hell line this is, way up there. It's just, there's just not a super clear range built yet. But like if it gapped over 875 with some like stellar news, earnings, whatever, it'll probably just go on the needs more sideways list. We are headed into a sluggish period of the years, historically speaking. I mean, even if you were to go back last year and look at this time a year, things were all just selling off. And then as we got through August and into the end of September, that's when Quantum started running, made those ridiculous moves. So I mean, there was just insane moves in the last 3 months of the year. Well, in September, yeah, like October, November, December, yeah, the last 3 months of the year, last quarter. Cool. Well, yeah, this one definitely needs more sideways. UMAC is another one that's very similar chart shape to BBAI and a lot of the other kind of more turdy stocks, but I mean, it's doing what we want it to do, and it also has earnings next week, it looks like. It's in, a very relevant theme. It's perked up, put a flag, perked up, put a flag, kind of building a range. It's kind of just not really doing anything. It needs a spark of some sort. And it's thin, but I'll put an alert on it. I'm gonna put an alert on it and just get it off my list. I don't need to be cluttering this up. MP, it's just been going up. A lot of volume in this name. It doesn't really make explosive moves though. I know like people have been in love with this stock, but like show me where it's made explosive moves. I mean, obviously, okay, look, this is straight up. I get that, but like from a technical setup that I would trade, like a flag or a pivot or something, like there's really nothing that exciting. Yeah, I don't really see anything. I guess you could have bought it here and then you would have been, part of this kind of grind up. That's cool. It's kind of choppy, grindy. I don't know, I'm not really interested in it. APP was one that there was nothing you could really do about unless you were front running earnings. So it didn't like gap into all-time highs or anything insane. I mean, we're already up so much. I mean, this move is just, am I reading that right? Are my eyes deceiving me? It's the matter of like millimeters on my screen, really the difference between like 2,000%. Holy fuck, 6,500%. AppLovin. I mean, I think these guys are from, I think this dude graduated from U of M in Ann Arbor. I mean, respect for sure. And I did a deep dive into the company several months ago, just trying to learn what they do. Yeah, I don't know. There's no setup now, right? And it's up a cajillion %. This would just be something that I wouldn't be all that interested in. Truthfully. I mean, it is a huge base. I don't know. There's no setup for me here anyway, so it doesn't really fucking matter. I'm gonna take it off my list. CLS is tight. Toy looks good. Should have bought it Friday. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. This is another one where it's like, you'll look at the move up, almost 300% in a little over 4 months. This is probably one of the largest percent gainers from April lows in the market. And I mean, I don't see why they can't go higher. I mean, it's extended now slightly. I mean, if you use the 50 SMA extension metric, it's extended. I mean, it's a nice looking flag, but I think that right now we're just kind of in like, this is decoy season historically. So, I mean, if you just really think about the broader context here, the market has been going up for an entire quarter plus some, with virtually no pullback. It's just good news after good news after good news, and the market's kind of stalling. I mean, it tried to sell off last week or the week before, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, or it tried to sell off, then it just bounces, reclaims, you know, acting like it wants to go higher. But the fact of the matter is, it's not healthy. Now, maybe this like 2-day little saga was all we needed, which is cool. I mean, it allowed me to get long a couple new names. But still, I would like to see like more of like a seasonal pullback, and I think we will. I mean, I have a feeling like if we pull back again here, do something like this, like next week, one of these bars, then I have a feeling we're probably just going to go sideways for most of August and then start pulling back and then going into like the seasonal trend. I mean, earnings season will be over. Actually, here, perfect. This is last year around this time. So this is July. Actually, we had a decent sell-off in July, headed into August. We had a big bounce in August. Never mind. Watch my mouth. We just kept going up. Fuck if I know. Fuck if I know. Never mind. We'll just edit out everything I just said. Who the fuck knows? Just trade the setups at the end of the day. At the end of the day, so where were we? We're at CLS. This is just a weird wonky one. I don't really like the middle finger pattern. I mean, it definitely beach balled, but it's just not a setup that I have a lot of experience trading, or that I'm really interested in. Now, if it went sideways several weeks, and kind of moved past this funky action, which could have just been a mistake for all I know, who knows, then maybe we can get with it. This one just broke out of a monthly range, but it's been straight up for 4 months. I don't know if that matters, and I probably shouldn't really allow that, like, hey, look, everything's going straight up, to like cloud my judgment. You know, a couple of weeks ago we did see just a tremendous amount of failed breakouts and failed follow through and all sorts of weird fuckery. Like, breakouts aren't working, you gotta buy against like ascending moving averages, or like weird like washouts like all the time, and like that's just not healthy. Like, if all the breakouts are being used as like stuff exit liquidity points, kind of telling you something. Like, retail is not stuffing the breakouts. Okay, I repeat, retail is not stuffing these breakouts. So it's kind of uncharted, you know, territory for me, and not so much like the way, at least in my career, not so much in the way that the setups are happening, but it's just the monumental moves. And I just have to like keep going back to first principles and just thinking about, you know, big move up, pull back, undercut sideways, etc., and leading stocks with a lot of volume and range. But it is hard for me to kind of get over just these insane moves that typically would require months of digestion. But I don't know. I'm gonna keep buying them cautiously. There's nothing that I can get hyper aggressive in, but you know, like HIMS is just not even tradable anymore. I mean, this is just absolute insane price action. I mean, it all kind of started from April lows, but like this gap up here, this like 40% move, just absolutely obliterated shorts. And then it retraces the entire fucking move, and then it runs again. And then it like has this breakout candle, like this big FU candle, 20 almost 25% just to retrace the entire thing in the same day. To then build like this kind of basin and then gap down. It's trading like a biotech, like a true biotech, like it's earning its stripes. Like, this is just hazardous price action, just hazardous. And it's definitely not safe. But then again, it's a biotech. I mean, at the end of the day, it is. And then you have that earnings candle. Like, I've never seen a candle like this. It's just terrible. Now, I was fortunate enough to trade this move really well, and then obviously this was one of my biggest winners. And I did get caught in this, which sucked, but luckily I didn't have tremendous size or anything, but still, I mean, it's what I get for buying in a range. But yeah, I mean, Hood is just like, Hims, I don't even want to, like, there's no point. It needs to kick the curb on this ridiculous price action and, like, get its act together. NBIS I bought somewhere in here and I just sold it before earnings, so I'm just not the type to hold into earnings. But it looks nice. I mean, it looks good. I don't know about those two candles after earnings. I mean, but it looks good. It really hasn't, like, again, this is a stock that just doesn't make very clean moves. Like, it's an IPO, so there isn't a lot of chart history, but I mean, fact of the matter, this is the cleanest move it's ever made. Right? And they're not very long duration moves. So, like, traditionally, like, setups that I look for, I mean, I think I bought this actually, and then I sold it just a couple days in because obviously it didn't continue. Kind of lost its momentum and went into this range, and this range just had a lot of fuckery price action in it. I'm not really up on the news on it. Really nice gap after earnings, and it's kind of pressing higher, but I don't know. I mean, I just wouldn't really expect a lot of immediate momentum out of this, but who knows? Who the fuck knows? There's no setup for me here now, and there definitely didn't have any cushion to hold into earnings. So yeah, I'm just gonna take you off my list. There's nothing to do there. Palantir is the forever up stock. I mean, there's nothing to do here other than keep it on my list because who knows, it may have some weird, crazy blow off top day. I keep setting alerts on it, going higher, and it trips it all the time. Just seems like routine action, and typical, Palantir fuckery, like intraday action, just really volatile moves, but it always kind of resolves higher. I mean, Carp said that he was going to 10x it in the next 5 years, so God bless him. I hope he does. Because this is just insane. There's only one other chart that looks more insane than this. And that actually is the Dow Jones Index itself. Maybe gold looks crazier. Let's see. See, gold looks like that's normal. Like, that's just like a really nice breakout, third month up. Like, that's, or third year up. Third year up. I mean, that's, that's nice. It's doing what it's supposed to do. But Palantir is kind of just like, when you look at the monthly chart, it's just straight up, which I don't know. I mean, these things just trade at ridiculous multiples. We're betting on the future where it's going to be, and I wouldn't bet against Carp at all. I mean, obviously he has to walk a tightrope every quarter. If there's any miss or slip or anything at all, it's just it'll be like the craziest bloodbath you've ever seen. But technically it should pull back here soon. And when it does, it pulls back considerably and fast. In 20 days, it retraced 40% of its move here. And that was just a couple of months ago. Since April lows, it's up almost 200%. So, I mean, and it's really actually starting to go vertical. But it's fine. I mean, that's what EPs do if they're true EPs. I mean, let it do its thing. There's no setup for me. If I really wanted it, I would have bought it on day 2 here, but I didn't. In fact, I tried to short it, which didn't work. It triggered where it breached and failed, but I don't even think that was the day. I think I tried it. Yeah, it was here. So I took it the day after earnings, and I was using 173 as my entry. I mean, it triggered, but it just, obviously Palantired me. He fucking hates shorts. He hates them. He got me. I don't hate you, bro. I just view this as an opportunity to make some money, because you and I both know that in the present, the value of this thing is just ridiculous. Okay. Orcat. This one has a decent amount of volume, and for like these smaller caps, it makes really nice moves. I mean, this first touch on the 5 here was beautiful. And then it gave, 150%, really clean. Now, in the second leg, this is just chaos. Like, this is unholdable craziness. The channel is just so wide. But this first leg was like really narrow, really tight, really good. This sell-off was really narrow. I don't know. It just needs a lot of sideways, I think, or some catalyst. I don't care enough about you. I'm gonna set an alert though, like here, grab my attention. Okay. CoreWeave's the prettiest chart in the stock market. I longed it 3 days ago in every account. I have CoreWeave, I have the leverage version. I'm CoreWeaved up. I started reading a lot more about the company too. I mean, the chart is obviously what got my attention. My first long was down in here. I started accumulating it in this range, and then I added on this breakout. But I sold on this day like a pansy. That was the earnings day. But then I bought it back later, and I caught another big chunk. I think in the small account, I caught like a 500K winner. In my account, I definitely caught a bigger one. But this move was just so awesome. There's just it's just so clean. I mean, it did have these couple big red days in it, but overall, just a very respectful trend. And then this downtrend was equally as respectful. I mean, it's just so linear, up and down. So, like, it has a history of making extremely clean, predictable moves. So each time it's broken out of any of these like super clean linear patterns, it's gone in the logical direction. Like, no weird fake breakouts, like no really weird anything. Like, it just kind of did what it was supposed to do. And now it's doing it again before earnings. And this is one that I'm going to hold into earnings, because they definitely have their own little moat with their GPU server business. And data centers are just in high demand. So I think a lot of companies are just leaning on them right now. There is some weird news about, or not really weird, but the Core Scientific acquisition, and like I saw some people are all got their panties in a bunch over there. Gave CoreWeave too good of a deal. Basically what they're saying. If that falls apart, things could get weird. I don't know, but fuck it, I'm already in. I have a really good average. And I'm gonna hold in earnings, and we'll see. I've held several names in earnings now. Galaxy, SoFi, Hood. None of them gave me like the supernova gap. They all kind of just like fizzled and just didn't really do very well. So maybe CoreWeave will be the one. It's definitely the next stock that I own that has earnings. But I don't need to hear because I own you. Tesla's another one that I own. I started buying it 3 days ago. I bought it again yesterday. I own Tesla, TSLL. I am buying within a range, but I am much more inclined to hold this one long term. I don't think that robotics in America will succeed without Tesla. America needs Tesla's production capabilities, needs their just breadth, needs their depth of knowledge, their team. They need, America needs XAI. America needs basically everything that Elon has to offer to stay competitive with other superpowers. I mean, i.e. China, really, right? And if you believe everything the news says, we're woefully behind, which makes sense. They're much more streamlined than us. But with all that said, there's just been nonstop bad news around Elon and Tesla, and the stock just refuses to go down. In fact, it just keeps building a better and better and better looking chart. So we're long, and I plan to be long this thing hopefully forever. I said it last time when I bought it. I think it was like this earnings gap up or somewhere in here, and I held it, and it was a really big trade, and I was like, oh man, it's never coming back on me. Up 80% nearly at one point, and the whole thing retraced. I ended up selling it when it lost 100. I gave back probably 50% of the gain, and luckily I sold it then, and I didn't hold it all the way down to my average because that would have just been ridiculous. But I'm hoping that one of these times, truly, I will be able to hold it forever. And at this time, I think people are just kind of getting tired with Tesla and Elon's, showboatsmanship. But I don't know. It's holding up. He seems to be doing perfectly fine. He can get a black eye, have more baby mama troubles, literally have a falling out with the most powerful man in the world and call him a pedophile. Like literally say that he's on the Epstein list, call him a pedophile, and your chart still doesn't go down. Like, okay. It almost makes me think like it's all a hoax. I mean, that's my tinfoil hat coming out, but like it feels like it's a hoax. like it's just some like theatrics where like they're really just still best buds, But I don't know. The chart looks fantastic. Who knows what it does, but we're in there. I don't need it up on my screens. UNH is also another one that I own. I fell into the social media hype around it, namely Lucas, aka Short Bear, screaming from the rooftops about this thing. I just had a simple technical kind of approach to it. Either it was going to wash out below 225, which is the 200 monthly SMA. So about 225 was going to wash out below that, which it still may for all we know. Or it was going to UNR 250, which seems like what it's doing now. And so my line was the low of this highest volume ever day. And I mean, this is a very similar pattern to what we see in other kind of mega sell-off big names. Elf did something very similar where they gave like that highest volume ever bottom pin sort of setup right here, but then went to proceed to undercut and go lower. You may think to yourself, how the fuck does Alec have the memory to just pull this chart up out of his ass? It's because it struck me very well. I lost money on it. Because I bought this bottom pin and it went up and then I came back down. But now I know the UNR of this level is usually pretty freaking good. And so if we look at UNH again, it's basically the same thing, right? So we're along there. This is another one where I think that we can hold for a long time, barring no CEO assassinations or other weird shit with this company. This company has so many CEOs. They got like divisions in every state, and then there's divisions within divisions it's an insane corporate hierarchy. And there's CEOs of CEOs. Like there's a CEO of like janitorial supplies or some shit in this company. The org chart is just like, it's probably like the phone book of some small suburb of Chicago. Like that's how many employees they have, and they all have just these prestigious, ridiculous titles. So I don't know. I really don't know. But we're long, mainly secondhand conviction through short bus, and just the technical pattern itself. I mean, he says that it's hyper undervalued, which very well maybe. I don't know. We'll see. The next few quarters will tell, right? If they're still growing. I haven't even looked at the earnings on it, but this is what I see. I don't need to, because I know that Lucas is going to do a great job, and I know people don't trade other people's plan, blah 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 blah. Like, yeah, okay, yeah, don't do that if you have no idea how to tell the quality of someone's analysis, right? I think that rule is probably majority true for most traders, because they don't know, I don't know, they don't know the difference between really anything. They can't really decipher who knows what they're talking about and who doesn't. It's really just an experience thing and just a judgment of character thing. But I personally know that he knows what he's talking about. So I got that. I got my fundamental side covered there, right? He's not pumping this thing. It's not pumpable. But the technical side is super crystal clear. It's that UNR of the low of the highest volume ever, and then this fat bull divergence. I mean, super easy, and it gave just like really clean setups. So this was that line 250. So you could have bought it the 5-minute chart on Friday. I think my first buy is like, I don't even remember, somewhere down here, maybe right here, 240 something. I don't know. But anyways, hopefully I'll be able to hold it forever. That's kind of my mission now. And oh yeah, I should probably touch on that. It has been a while since I've streamed. It's been a couple of weeks. Been obviously super duper busy with a bunch of other stuff. And there's only so much for me to talk about. Like, everything's kind of just the same for me. I just repeat the same things over and over and over and over. Until recently, where I am now really focused on longer holds, bigger term plays. Like, if I don't think the stock can go up 100%, like meaningfully, like over the next year, I really don't even want. I don't even want to trade it. I'm not even super interested in it. I want to be able to hold stocks for cap gains, treatment, and really capture bigger picture moves. Because this last rally, I was just underprepared, and I lacked conviction in a lot of the names that I traded. I mean, I had Palantir at the lows, and I had some of these other names at the April lows, but I just lacked conviction to hold them longer. And the way that you get that is you study the companies, you study the qualities in the quality of the leaders, their vision. Do you understand their vision? Do you like them? Do you think that they can fulfill the vision? Do you think that the vision actually has like long-term moat? Like, where are they in the race, etc. All these different kind of higher level criteria set for evaluating a company and its founders. I mean, I really want to focus on deep value propositions like UNH, or more speculative, newer ideas that are just backed by outstanding leaders who are young and have a ton of room to run in the future. So, like, if you look at Vlad with Hood, for example, or Alex Karp with Palantir, or even to an extent Elon with Tesla, though he's getting a little older. He's personally range bound, just like his stock. I mean, if you look at Coin, what's that guy's name? Brian, I think. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of like what I'm really thinking through as of late. And my port is actually well positioned in a bunch of names that I think have the opportunity to run, to keep me in it for over a year. All right, let's move on. I don't even know why you're on here. It's probably a typo. Shopify had a big move the other day. That was a big gap up. Again, though, it's not a trading stock. Like, it's not a trading stock. It's slow. Like, what are you gonna do? Sit in this thing for a year sideways? Just get sloshed around? Look at even on the weekly, it looks choppy. Like, if you look choppy on the weekly, like, fuck you, fuck you. You're not even, get off my list. FSLR is on my list because AI told me to do it. Apparently, FSLR is gonna have a big run here soon. The chart looks not that great. it has a history of making decent moves, but it still looks choppy on the weekly. I through that whole episode of using Claude and kind of using Claude agent capabilities and building that what was it? Not Doctor Strange, Inspector Gadget, themed research report. I learned that even if there were huge orders in solar, FSLR is booked out until 2030. It literally cannot even produce more components unless its other plants come online until then, and they're all like that. And none of the American hyperscalers will place big orders with JKS because they don't have the certifications that are required, and they're not going to get there's no rebate or incentive from the federal government anymore, or at least not in the same capacity. So that could have hurt FSLR, and it did in one regard, but it also helped them because JKS and some of the foreign component manufacturers got blocked. So it's kind of like a net. I mean, I don't know which way the math actually swings on it, but I do have a position in it. It looks like I'm going to get stopped out. It looks like it's just kind of grinding higher and it's going to stop me out. But it didn't sell off after earnings. And, they had a slight beat. So we'll see. But I would not be surprised if I got stopped out. APLD looks really good to me. APLD has the ability to make really, really big moves. It has historically had its choppy moments, but I mean, when you can do stuff like this, go 100% in a week, you get my attention. Plus, you got a lot of volume. I mean, you're trading hundreds of millions of dollars now. You have a lot of momentum. You're relevant. They also have dealings with CoreWeave. But yeah, I mean, they're in the thick of it. So I own some of it right now, and I would buy more through this 1540. So you will stay on the needs more siders list. Baba I own. Baba looks fucking fantastic. It's absolutely perfect. I, of course, premeditated and bought it in the range a little bit, but it's beautiful. Over this 121.50, I think it's ready to go. Over 122, it's ready to go. I mean, Baba is Nvidia plus Amazon of Asia, China specifically. And the chart looks fantastic, and it can make insano moves. This is actually the nicest pattern I've ever seen this chart have. And I think it's finally ready to recover from this massive sell-off. We have this China deal that's going to happen, that's happening, and I think Alibaba will be the main beneficiary of that deal in U.S. public markets. They're most in the thick of it in terms of theme. They have AI, they have e-commerce. I mean, they have their tentacles everywhere on the web. They're building models. I mean, they're definitely the highest tech option in China, in Asia, and we have access to them right here in our markets. Plus, they have a great looking chart, and they have a huge pending catalyst outside of the AI stuff, which is just easing tensions between China and the U.S. So, it is the one. It is the one. A lot of the other names, just I don't know. Let's look at some of them. P Diddy. This thing's just been a choppy mess too, but it's also a really, its books are great. I remember looking at them several months ago, but you can tell when my trend line, there's a brief phase where I was going through my blue hair phase, and I used this dash teal trend line. I got over it real quick, but it's definitely filled out. And they got a lot of money in their balance sheet. They make a lot of money, I think. And they're putting together this huge range. So this would be another one that I would watch. I mean, China, the big names in China are definitely shaping up. I'm going to put an alert here at 120. We can even use. This is just kind of like a hey, wake up, it's moving alert. It's not necessarily like buy anything. It's just to remind me that it's alive, that it's perking up. But yeah, I mean, this is like insane price action, you know, typical price action of a big stupid range. Like that's why you don't buy in ranges. Like here, you look back here, look, it broke out of a range. Like it's above all of this stuff. And look how nicely it trended. You know, gave you a casual 100% move there, then it built this flag, and then it gave you another real clean, you know, 160% move. Right, so let's just let it kind of, I mean, like, this is just an enormous range. There's no need to buy it here at 130 when it's breaking out. Like, allow it to break out with some, like, momentum, some news, something, build a little flag, and then buy it and hold it. There is no need to try to catch it coming out of this range like there or there and just get stuffed. There's no need to do that. Just let it go. Galaxy Gas, it didn't really move after earnings. It is building this little flag here, which is cool. It's definitely actionable. I mean, you can really, it's retested this left side peak. You can really take it like, I don't know, I'd like for it to build a better range though. I would like for it to like come up and test 30 again and kind of build a better range. But it would probably be over this line roughly. Put on more size. Pony looks great. Okay, this one looks really, really, really good. I haven't looked into it enough. I know they do AI. I think it has to do with EVs. But it's got a real clear level here. It's a wonky chart. I mean, it's this IPO where it like, you know, went and then it just like, fuck, it sold off 90%, 85%, almost 90%. And then it just has this just absolute reversal from the depths, runs 400%. I mean, like, all right, any stock that can move 400% in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, on $100 million plus in volume has my attention. And it's held the whole time. It's getting really, really linear. We're about to move into earnings. This one, I think, should be on everybody's radar. The moving averages are really, really clean. I actually need to, I'm gonna put it on my notepad to look into it a little bit more and better understand what they do. ADR, so it's not an American company. The chart doesn't look like one either. But nonetheless, it can make really big, fast moves. So you got my attention. Quantum, again, just refuses to go away. Every day that goes by gives Quantum more time to have some major breakthrough or some major acquisition or partnership happen. You know, big tech, Microsoft, Google, etc., they're all expanding their programs. IBM, obviously. So like Quantum itself is not going anywhere. And I don't think that it's ever going to come to the point where there's just some big realization that the technology is not useful for anything. I think that it will eventually gain great utility. I don't know in what capacity. Probably, you know, just being able to do, you know, basically infinite computations at the same time, and other things. But I don't know. It's these stocks aren't going away. They're just not going away. I can't think of another group of stocks that literally fucking came out of nowhere, make a, you know, multi-1,000% move, and then hold the whole thing, and not just hold the whole thing, literally put in lows and then advance higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. It's just higher lows. It's just surfing. Every moving average is going up. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. I think that it needs some spark, some news to get moving. That's kind of been my rule on this thing since the beginning. I followed that rule on QBTS, but I blundered the trade. which I've spoken about a bunch of times, but it was this day where I should have just bought it when it wicked off the 5, because then it gave 150% move in 3 weeks on just insano volume, like $1 billion a day plus volume. I mean, guys, this is just like these are like dream momentum setups where this fantasy company is trading in 150% range on billions of dollars a day, and it makes this just like outrageous move. I don't give a fuck what they do. If it has the ability to do this, not just once, but several times. The initial move was fucking out of control, like 1,000% on billions of dollars of volume. Like that's life-changing gains. I don't care, like if you have an account of 25,000 and that's a lot of money to you, right? And you catch a 20%, like you have literally like a $7,000 position. All of a sudden, like if you can hold this thing and trail and whatnot, you're up hundreds of percent on it. Like your account can double with just a single move like this. And if you would have caught the other moves as well within the theme, Jesus, and then it just didn't do it just one time. And this is not really a great setup, but it went 100% here. So I mean, this was a very legitimate setup. It's just proven that it can make these stupid fucking moves, and if it's not always at like the forefront of your, where your attention is in the marketplace, I don't know what you're doing. Like, who gives a fuck what they do? Like, I can tell you what they do. They make enormous moves on insane volume. That's what they do. I don't need to know anything else. As soon as I start thinking about all the other things, it makes me like not think about the trade. Like, I do see a short here. This is actually kind of a decent one. But here's the thing. Look, check it out. They reported and they didn't sell off. They reported and it didn't gap down 20-30%. Okay, that's a little telling. That's a little telling. I don't know, man. This is not coming off my list. Is it on my list? QBT. It's going on my list. All right, we did Baba, Pony, Diplo. Yeah, you look like shit. NVTS, I don't know. It made a big move. It's holding the upper range, but it really hasn't done much since. This was good. It had this really linear pullback, got real tight, broke out, and in 2 days it gave you a, damn near 50% move range, which was incredible. So it does have the ability to make big moves, but they're not really sustained. I'm going to keep it on my needs more sideways just because it does trade really big volume and it can make big moves. And it does look like it's had this change of character. I don't know. Looks like shit. It would be interesting if it can hold up through the seasonality. It would have to hold this 650. If it crosses below, I'll get rid of it. This one's holding up really well as well. Also, it doesn't make the cleanest moves, but it does run in really tight channels and it makes big moves and it's got decent volume. I think really just because it's been in this giant range. I don't know how it'll behave out of it. Probably still choppy, but with small size, you can trail this thing pretty decently. I'm going to keep it on my watch list. Dave got wrecked. So did Sazzle. I think Hinge got wrecked. Hinge actually no. I bought it and I had it in here. I don't know what day, and I sold it just before earnings. But this actually looks pretty good, truthfully. Big move up, pull back. It's kind of a shorty in a way. I would want to buy it through here. Is it close? Like 60, 50, something like that. It's close enough. No setup. Wow, you got wrecked. You got wrecked. Sazzle. Okay. Phew. Took a minute. 350 more stocks to go. Coin doing what coin does, acting like a piece of shit. It makes its biggest moves from these kind of double bottom setups, like where it just looks like it's gonna fucking die forever, and then it doesn't, and then it rips like 150% really clean. Why can't I draw a circle? That, like that. Who knows? It may do it here. I don't know. This was the nicest setup I've ever seen it have. But coin, it does everybody wrong. You have to buy it from these low, double bottomy spots. I'm kind of curious. I'm actually gonna put it on my needs more sideways list because I'm curious to see if I can catch it. I'd really like to see it undercut this level. So I'm gonna put an alert. I'm gonna get rid of all these drawings. Like for it to actually double bottom, see every time it's gone lower. So you thought this was the low and then it went lower. Thought this was low, then it went lower. So we need to undercut this. Yeah. Hood, we still own you. It's our highest percent gainer right now. I'm up almost like 150% on it. This one's interesting to me. It's holding up. It's definitely in, the Bitcoin realm, which is super duper hot. It just needs a lot of range building. I don't really see. Yeah, for this one, I would just want to see it perk up, and it'll pop up on my scans later. Soxel looks good, but I just don't like trading it. SNCI, those fries, gone. I honestly expect not a lot to happen in the next coming weeks. One, I know that there's just not a lot of actionable setups. Two, we'll be, moving into the latter half of earnings season. The big earnings are out of the way. I mean, obviously we still have Nvidia and a few others, but there's just not a lot of setups. Most of the stocks are just up so much. I even think like, Beamer, BMNR, and Bitcoin and whatnot, they could stall for longer. I do expect this one to gap up. I am long. It's not going to be like a long duration trade. It'll be less of a hold than SBET was, I think. But we'll see. Oklo, nothing to do. CoreWeave, my favorite chart, but I'm already in there. I own Reddit. Like you're like a lose a 20, make the money. Fake breakout to breakdown. You're definitely a short candidate, and I really hate this company. CVNA, that also a short candidate here. I think it's achieved what it needed to do before death, and it'll probably end up being the greatest DTSS of all time. Yeah, this is just pure insanity. Yeah, this is just straight distribution. I really think that's where the next set of opportunities is going to be. Is going to be on the short side. I don't really give a shit what any of the perma bulls think. I mean, I'm honestly a perma bull. Like, I really don't even short often at all. I do find opportune moments though to do it, and I definitely blundered that NQ short. It would have been a really, really big trade. But the idea and the thesis was right. The execution was wrong. And usually my gut is on with these things. The fact of the matter is, and it's just like NQ, where we have this big bear divergence. That's blow off top action. I don't really care what anybody says. This stock is literally, I don't, like, you can say whatever you want. Like, this stock went from $3.50 to $400, 12,000% in 3 years. Like, I don't know. I don't think Carvana's taking over the world anytime soon. They may have made a great comeback, but they need to correct. And this right here is the worst price action, arguably of the entire run. Yeah. And it's at all-time highs. But who the fuck knows? Maybe it's just maybe they're gonna partner with Palantir and just go. I don't even know where they're gonna go. Just keep going up, I suppose. But it's like from an asymmetric risk perspective and just a technical setup perspective, it's there. You definitely have, in my mind, much more opportunity on the short side in this name than you do on the long side here. So there it is. This is a big short. This is a great short. Nothing to do there though. Nvidia is one that I own. I own it from 160. ALab I wish I owned. I wish I would have. It just had all this fuckery in the range. And then when it gapped out of the range, even the next day, it like fell down back into the gap level. Like, it's just shitty price action all around. Like when semis are running and this thing like looks like this, right? And then it does that. I mean, come on. Like, it's not a stock that that you're really trading. At least it's hard to get like big size in and feel comfortable about it, with larger tranches of shares. Like, maybe if you're like dollar cost averaging into it and like you have this, Miss Cleo sort of thesis about this company and it's going to the moon, whatever, yeah, fuck it, who cares? But, from just a technical trader, not a lot you can do here. This would have been the day right here. What is that? That's 718. If you would have got lucky and caught that, that was like the cleanest entry. You're still buying in the range. Because if you would have did the same thing on this day, 7.9, you would have got dunked. And then if you would have did it, the same thing from this tight wick off the 200, 626, you would have got dunked. Did the same thing here, you got shit on. So like, who's to say it's not going to happen again? I mean, obviously the chart is much more developed and it's much tighter and all the moving averages got lined up, but still you're buying in a range. Like, you would have fucked up 4 times. And it's just like, okay, what's the point? And then you buy in the range and then you're like, then you get this gap up, which is awesome. But if you tried to buy this gap up the next day, you're red. Bullshit. And then like you buy this one, oh wow, 2 days of like celebration, then right back down. Bullshit, red. And then next thing you know, you got earnings. So it's like, I don't even know, like, either you have some like superhuman conviction or understanding of the company, or you're just taking super tiny size, which is fine. I just don't know how you hold this thing. Especially when it was considered a laggard. Now they may have some crazy tech or niche or whatever. I'm just not privy to that information. IONQ needs to go back on the needs more sideways list. It is stupid choppy though. It's only made one really nice move, and it was way back here. Ever since, well, it made this really nice downtrend move. Ever since, though, it's just been shit. I got a line, long trigger, 48. I'll buy it. Don't threaten me with a good time. QS I traded. Obviously got stopped out. It was a great move, though. That's what you want, man. This is such a beautiful move. Like, yeah, you know, it only ran for like 15 days, but who gives a fuck? It went up 100% in 10 days. Joby the house elf. I know Ariel's been trying to short this one. He probably has it now, but it's nothing to do there. NBIS already covered. CLS covered. CLS looks great. It's on my watch. It looks great. Just this time, you know, of the season, I'm just, if I'm taking longs here and extended names from like, you know, justifiably nice looking patterns, I'm taking tiny size. It's just the probability of them getting stuffed up here is just, it's just so much higher. SMR, that's a good short right there. BBI, you're on my list. We already talked about it. You look great. This one I don't own. I wish I did. I wish I did. I messed it up. I did buy it somewhere down here. I just fucked it up. If anybody has anything they want me to talk about specifically, I am down. Just holler in the chat. Temptrist. Just a soul snatcher. It's starting to tighten. Maybe another like year of sideways. Oh my fucking god. Yeah. People are so hype on this name too. So hype. Can't even do it. So this was a really great setup. This is what I call PWNR, where it undercut the left side peak, and not only just left side peak. I mean, this was a really significant resistance point for an entire year, essentially. And now it's acting as a battleground. Now it's actually acting as support. But a PWNR is when you have a big price move up and it undercuts this really relevant key level, and it gets tight. And so you could have bought it on this day, 8.4. Up 20% in a couple of days, but you're really well positioned to hold a pullback, and obviously I would expect one. It needs to come down and go sideways and build a flag, but that's like how you get like dead nuts bottom of range averages, and your stop should be like the bottom of this candle. Shit, you could probably even use the 50 now. As soon as the 50 catches up. But I mean, who knows? This thing will probably do something along the lines of like, I mean, at best, like, hopefully builds like a multi-month range, and that would be the shit. It could also take this path, you know, where it kind of builds a high tide flag and goes higher, or it could just fucking shit the bed. But either way, that was a legit entry, and it's price action that I would expect out of a leader in a group, because it's definitely leading. Like when you compare Hut just had earnings, it held up. Hut actually has this little bit of a UNR of this left side peak. It just had earnings. Wolfie, let's see what Wolf's looking like. It's holding up too. You know, this whole group is kind of holding up. And I don't know if the, like, you know, I don't know if these hyperscalers are so desperate that they'll just buy out these data centers just because they need capacity. You know, like Core's, you know, potentially getting bought out by CoreWeave. I don't know, but IRENE is definitely the leader of this pack. Definitely the leader. Snap, piece of shit. Oh my god, brutal. I feel like this company could be something, but I don't know. CRDO is just, it's very similar to CLS. It's one of the largest gainers from, oh my god, it might actually be the largest, 300%. from April lows. Choppy move, but fucking hell, what a trend. AMD back from the depths. This is one that needs to go on my needs more sideways list, because American semis, as I've been saying for the past year, are going to have their day, and they're starting to. And this is evidence. Example. Oh, Twilio. Maybe Twilio is the CEOs from U of M. It was either Twilio or AppLovin, but fucking shit. Yeah, if your software is not disruption proof, you're gonna get disrupted by like a fucking 14-year-old in his parents' house just building some one-man app after school, just releasing it like open source, just wreck you. I think that's what's gonna happen to Figma. Like, I don't know if anybody uses any of the AI UX builders, but like I can just imagine some like guy essentially making the exact same thing and then open sourcing it, and like Figma would just go to zero. People are saying they can't get in the stream. Good. No, I'm just kidding. I really don't know why that would be the case. It's probably some permission thing. Let's see. Edit channel permissions. Huh. Strange. I really don't know. Damn, I have all sorts of whack settings here. They don't really make sense. I'll have to fix that later, but yeah, I don't know. ACHR is another example of just a fucking bullshit stock that makes shit moves. I literally bought it perfectly 2 times. I mean, I'm not gonna argue this is a great move, but like I don't even think I sold anything. I just ended up giving it all back. And then I caught it again here. Just did the exact same fucking thing. Piece of shit. This was a big move. Now this is a really interesting candle where it's almost like a oops, we fucked up candle. It's like, oops, we sold it, but then we realized, oh shit, that was a mistake, and then it just got bought right back up. Now it, I mean, honestly looks like it could just roll over again, but this candle is important. Another stock did this recently. Medic did this, where it just like shit the bed and then just bounced 46 points in 3 days. This is definitely one that should be watched. I'd like for it to define its range a little better, but you know, it's trading 100 milli a day, and it does not want to go down. And this was ridiculous volume here this day relative to the stock, and it's an irrelevant theme. I mean, it kind of almost feels like AEVA in its infancy. Like, yeah, kind of like this, where it then, I mean, AEVA, this was just a huge miss. I mean, it was just thin, but what a beautiful flag. I mean, it has this great big move up post earnings, just super linear move. I mean, really fucking clean, just straight up. You know, almost 200%. And then it puts in this beautiful flag, super tight. And then it just goes like insane. Another insanely linear move, 150% in 2 weeks. And then another one, like another one. This just truly perfect. Truly perfect. And what's also really beautiful about it was, and like people be like, oh, nasty sell-off. To me, I find beauty in the sell-offs. Like this, so fucking linear. I wish I shorted it because it was a perfect 3-day bounce where, you know, you top, you have this really nasty candle, find support, bounces 3 days, and then you have this short. And it did it 2 times. There's been a lot of stocks doing this, but this was like the cleanest example. That's another Qualimagi setup. But man, what a move! What a move! I know Louis caught it. Congrats to Louis. This is super fire. I wish I would have caught it because this is like dream trend. This is the shit that you want. Like if you see any stock, like look at the volume profile here. Like okay, just normal choppy volume profile, not a lot going on, just a bunch of slop, and then it like really starts to sell off, looking like, and then all of a sudden, it just has these ignition candles. Like that is change of character, and not just any, like hyper linear. Like there was no give back any of these days, none of them. It's just you're higher than you, higher than you, higher than you, higher than you. Like it touched the 5 once here. Like it's just unreal action. So clean. And so like if we expected that first leg insanely clean, and then it sets up an insanely clean flag, what do you think the next leg is going to be? Another insanely fucking clean leg. And then we get another insanely clean leg. Okay, that's 3 legs. You know, look out below, but damn, it didn't even set up again for a 4th fake out leg. It was so kind to traders. So kind. It gave you this big fuck you red candle to get you out. Like this is like the kindest stock to traders ever. Very respectful. Follows the rules. Okay. That's why I like CoreWeave so much. Very respectful. There's no instance here where it just butt fucked along. Okay. It's just very, very respectful of our rights as long bias traders. And it even treated the shorts really well too. Just gave you really nice linear, lose the 20, make the money. Like, and then now look, we got this curl, like it's a thing of beauty. This is what you want. Like this is, if you're in chat, you've seen me post the CoreWeave chart like 50 times a day for the past like week. I don't even say anything anymore. I just post it because I truly think it's like beautiful. Like I'm gonna print this thing, I'm gonna get it framed, it's gonna go on my wall. I don't give a fuck what it does. If its characters remain true, where it has these stupid, like even IPO down here, look how linear, look how clean, just such a clean defined range. And then it gave this other like little horizontal, little baby beautiful range, right? And then look, it just starts trending. It's just a thing of beauty. And even when it sells off, you know, people are like, oh, that's disgusting. I'm like, nah, dog, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. The shit looks like a Whoville, like it looks like the Grinch's shoe. Like it's perfect. It's perfect. Even if it just fucking dies, I don't give a shit. It's perfect. All right, let's keep it moving. Where were we? AFRM. I know it had a bad candle. I got shook out of this thing. I bought it here. I got shook out somewhere in there. I did catch SoFi, and I'm in that one still, so whatever. Okay, so this is one that I've been seeing a lot recently. I mean, with all the China stocks looking good, Chinese stocks, pardon me, looking good. This one looks great. This is the first flag. It's EV, it's NIO. It's got like a cult-like following for whatever reason, but it's like, you know, clunky EV industry where there's like not a lot of shit happening. But fact of the matter is, it's a great flag, and it can move fast, and it's got a lot of volume. I mean, it still trades a couple $100 million a day despite this stupid long downtrend. Like it always amazes me when stocks that are just perpetual downtrenders can still just trade just enormous volume. But it's above all moving averages now, and it has this really nice flag. The question is, where do you buy it? I don't know. It's a nice flag though. Buy it over this, whatever this line is. Buy it over yesterday's high if you really want. That's probably it. That'd be like the cheat. Damn, it's below $5 now. That's insane. 5 is definitely the level though. 5 would be the one. Stay patient with. Yeah, that feels about right. go. Yeah. Yeah. It's time. It's time for you to shine, my friend. See, and like, okay, just going back to what we just talked about again, right? Out of nowhere, this thing is just sloppy choppy, downtrending for fucking ever. Then out of nowhere, it just busts from the depths and puts a really linear move. Look how tight that move is. And it went 50% in 10 days for, you know, being a larger cap stock. And now look, it's flagging gorgeously. Outside of the range, above the 200. Like, when's the last time it's done this? Okay, it did it here. Even though it got stuffed, it still made a 40% move in 7 days. Okay, fine. I'll take 40% in 7 days. No problem. Look at this little flag over the 200. Okay, even though it got stuffed, 50% in 2 weeks. Okay, I'm cool. Fine. You know, it's not the, like, you know, it didn't go 1,000%, whatever. But this would basically be the third time. And this flag even looks better. So, Kidoki Neo. I already put you on here. W, I don't know. Isn't this the company that like put children in like chiffon and shipped them around the world? I'm pretty sure they did. I'm pretty sure this was the company that put like kids in like wardrobe or something crazy as fuck. Oh my god. Another forever downtrender. I don't even know. I always put up alerts on it just to, you know, keep my eye on it. I'll just set this one at 30. It'll probably trip too. I won't buy it, but it just kind of lets me know what it's doing. Ay caramba. Yeah, I don't know. CLH had a big gap up. Fucking piece of shit. Wow. You look terrible. You look fucking terrible too. Jeebus. It's funny, when they look like too bad, those are the ones that like kind of like end up being stubborn. It looks bad though. Bad. Real bad. What's up, guy? Lito? What are you doing? This one looks fucking terrible too. When all the moving averages get like real tight like this and start downtrending, like sloping down, man, they looks bad. This is a really nice trend though. It's just slow. 50%, 40 days. I mean, that's not that slow, but there's been plenty of much faster options. Now this was sick. I don't know why I didn't take it. I've been fearful of these high type flags. I got the alert, I just didn't take it. Whatever. That's some brutal price action. But like, I don't know, there's just nothing that's, it just feels like this time of year, you know, 'tis the season. Like, what do you do with all this? Like, nice move. Like, again, what we were talking about, super big, clean, linear move. Like, give me a flag. Like, actually, you need to go on my knees more sideways list, because this is what we are looking for. Look at that ramp on crazy volume, like relentless ramp. $9 even. Yeah, and look where it wicked off. Whoops, you're already above that. Piece of shit stock, INOD. UAC's just been straight up since I talked about it last. And it, you know, did like a little fake out, then UNR, and whoop, straight up. It did give you this fuckery candle, but great move overall. Lemonade has been a good mover. I mean, it can move though. This was a beautiful run. That was awesome. I don't know though. It needs to build like a flag or something. I really don't know. We'll catch it on a nightly scan if it does anything. There's a big bottom pin reversal, but I'm not interested in this. It just looks like chaos. Why is this one still going higher? Oh, stellar earnings. Yeah. I just don't know how you buy it. How do I catch a move like Workhorse? Well, one, it has to be on my scan. And this is definitely an extended edition scan. You mean, how do you catch it, like going down or going up? I mean, going up, I guess you would, you know, if you're watching it, you would have saw it break this range. And I don't know, I really didn't give that much of a setup. You could have traded this right here. That's a short. It give you 100 points in a day. But how do you trade it? I don't know. You got to be slightly crazy. You got to be scanning for, you know, these types of stocks, and you just got to be quick with it. You got to realize that that's a setup, and you just buy the fucking thing. La Boo Boo. I've been in you for what feels like all of eternity. Piton, what are you doing out here? You're shaping up. Piton can get going. It can definitely get going. Most expensive coat rack I own. That's a nice level too. $8. I mean, I'm not super interested in it, but maybe they have some AI angle. God, what a fall from grace. Yeah, I don't know. They might. It's weird. They've definitely adopted like almost a meme like following. It looks good actually. It doesn't look terrible. I'll watch it. This is great. I wonder if anybody here caught this last week. This is great because I was kind of shouting it out all week. We obviously own some of it. Oops, I don't even know why I said that there, just out of habit. That one's great. Already talked about EOSE. This is just a bizarre, wonky chart. I don't like when charts just look unnatural and weird. That's kind of part of my qualm with Pony, but I don't know. It might just go straight up for all I know. It's got earnings coming up. Aftermarket Monday. Just for the hell of it, I'm going to set an alert. Who knows? Just to keep my eye on it. Odd. All right, you look great. You look great. Yeah. You're already on the list though. Keep it moving. I mean, like, it's actionable, but I would like to see it go a few more days. This one. Oh my god. So I bought it right here. And I think Dainty bought it probably down here somewhere, knowing him. But I just didn't hold through this range. And I lost sight of it. It's thin. I just bought it because this little flag was like, it was really pretty. Broke out of the range, gave it a little flag, and I bought it. But then I just didn't hold through this consolidation. But straight up. Ugly. Man, yeah, there's been a lot of that. There has been a lot of that going down. Like here, and it's just another example. Like if you just go back to that AEVA, like, you know, ETH, super clean leg, really, really, really clean. And then it gives you this really nice flag, and then boom, you just buy it, and it just keeps going up. Like that first leg, the cleaner it is, like the more you should feel comfortable with it. Like the more chaotic, like it's like a scale of like cleanliness. Like, you know, the further the stock, its history is on like the chaos scale, essentially, the less excited you should be about it. Hey, that was a great short. That thing's dead. God, I could probably get a continuation short on it. It is up so much. I don't even understand that EPS. It just feels like such an unnatural chart, but I'll never forget this move. Look how, like, again, look how just, it's like marching ants. I think that's what they maybe even call it. But what a power trend. Beautiful. And, you know, it did it once here, and then it does it again. And like every one of these little moves was basically kind of the same. Sorry, getting choppy here, but as soon as you see like the character change, you know, from where it like would make, like even this right here, I mean, I know it ended with a big red candle, but like very clean still till the last day. This is super clean, super clean. Right here, this move, just really clean downtrend, big perk on volume, and you know, it went 100, almost 100% in 20 days. This was clean, but then you, like, once you ran into this, like, this was like a character change in my mind. Like, where it should have had another one of those clean moves, but it just didn't. And it marked the top. Talk about you. This was a really good one. So you have this, look how clean, just beautiful trender, no problem. Yeah, gap down, whatever. But then it got tight here, and then it expanded again, like, should be in this. Still hasn't closed below the 10. Then you get this big ass gap up. Man, that was a 100% trade almost. Like I would definitely be trailing the 20 or whatever here. American Superconductor. Wait, is it? Are they semi related? Probably. Klaviyo. Fuck this company. I actually use them for newsletter marketing for one of our companies. It's literally all it is. It's just a like SendGrid. It's just a newsletter marketing company. Like I'd probably be disgusted if I knew what their market cap was. Like this is a company that could literally get replaced by a 14-year-old programmer in their parents' like basement. Okay, this one. This one was beautiful. I don't even know. Like I read the news, is like stupid as fuck news. It's like just kind of squeezing meme. But all right, here we go. Shit downtrend forever. Just shit. Green, red, big green, just discombobulated bullshit. But you start getting this like bull divergence, which means momentum to the downside slowing. Got real tight in here. And then boom, it put in these days, these 5 really linear days. Went 125%. This is the exact same move that Carvana made at the bottom, that Open made at the bottom, in bottom of 2023, where it gives this big perk up, and then it comes back, consolidates, and then boom, you catch this. So that move right there, 165% 5 days, big volume. Then it gives you another flag, and it's just like, boom, look at that, 225%. Like this is a small account edge dream, because every move is clean and enormous and fast. And it's like, okay, the first one was 3 days. Okay, great, you set precedent. Guess what? The second one, 3 fucking days. Okay, guess what? The fourth one, 4 days, but basically 3 days. Oh, what do you know? 3 days. Like you could have literally just bought this thing 4 times, held for 3 days, and captured 100+% move each time. Each time. And it's so clean. I mean, even if you took a 10% position, like you just grew your account 40% in a couple of weeks from this single stupid ass name. And the moves are so clean. Like go to CBN. I think at the bottom there is still getting called like fraudsters and stuff. But look, check it out. Coincidence? Not really. Look, big stupid ass, just even 2 candles. Bottomed out, just sell off for all of eternity. Bottoms out, 2 big candles, basically the same setup. Bam. 180%. Look, comes back. Does it again. Just keeps doing it. We go to open. Let's go to open. And then fucking CBNA runs 12,000% in 3 years. Open. Here we go. So big bull divergence, just sloppy, choppy downtrend, and all of a sudden it has these like 3 up days, starts breaking the moving averages, puts in a little flag, and then bam, 100% in 5 days. Kind of the same down here. Like I wouldn't take open off my radar. I mean, I've been kind of following it on X, and the management there is fucking shit. They have no idea what they're doing. One, and then it's being pumped by this I don't even know what he calls himself, a hedge fund manager managing like $3 million a year. Just insane. It's like, it's just insane to me. I don't even know how that's possible. But he's like apparently the new, I don't know if he's self-declared or got voted in at one of like the I don't know, election cycles or whatever the fuck they do over there, but he is the new king ape of the apes. But yeah, I mean, what a move. I mean, this is obviously a huge squeeze, 1,000% in 10 days. I don't know how you really catch this other than you break this big downtrend on big volume. You have a giant bull divergence. It's the same story over and over and over. It perked up. I wish it would have got tight or something, like really gave like a nice tight day, because like I don't know how you buy this. The real spot to buy it would have been like one of these 2 days, but then you're just kind of guessing a little bit, might get lucky, but damn, it really ran. Okay, Looks like we're getting at the end of the list here. Where did we leave off? I think it was NEG. NEGG. I don't know, whatever this is, it looks like a short. Whoa. That was a stick. I even had a line here. You can see the day I drew it. I drew it 7:30. It's OTC. It fucking trades a lot of volume though. Wow. Yeah, that was actionable. I wonder if anybody caught it in the group. Serve, you're a piece of shit. Not a real robotics company. ETH, beautiful. I wonder what ETH looks like over the weekend right now. Just because I own BMNR. I don't know though, gang. There's just not a lot to be excited about. There's just not a lot. Damn. Damn, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, look at this shit. That's brutal. I mean, that is just, what a DTSS, truly. I expected to see a lot more of it. I mean, we are seeing a lot of it. But that is just brutal. Like, this thing is fucked. Who knows? Sometimes when they look this fucked, they'll like start chopping around, build a range, and next thing you know, this time next year, they're higher. It's not tight, it's not tradable. The only place to trade it would have been here at this DTSS level. Here's one kind of doing what we're talking about. Look at all these linear candles up. 200% nearly in 6 days. Huge volume, sustained volume. That's a fucking bio company, but. And another one. Look at that. They're everywhere. I haven't done a deep scan for a while. I've been just working off my needs more sideways list for the past couple of weeks. But I mean, I talk to traders every day, and I talk to Ariel a lot, and he's basically been saying that he's seen does a shit ton of these kind of failed ER breakouts. So it's easy for me to get secondhand conviction there. Yeah, surround yourself with traders where you can trust their opinion so that you don't have to do as much work. Basically, if Ariel says it, I don't really have to do the work because it's true. It makes it a lot easier. Damn, wildin'. Wowzers. My God, what a trend. Slow, but this was a fucking move right here. Sheesh. I don't even know what they do. Don't care. Oh yeah, RBLX. Same thing. I don't know if it was on earnings or not, but so I've committed to doing the small account challenge again. There's enough interest in me doing it. Like the first time I did it, I was like, oh, I'm gonna help people. They're gonna understand it. They're gonna be able to like learn from it. And then I had like this epiphany that's like, oh, trying to grow an account as fast as possible doing outrageous shit may not be the best example. So then I was like, all right, well, let's just withdraw what we made, and then let's try to do like a responsible, like typical 10% position sort of thing. But then I was like, I don't have time to like meticulously manage this account because, managing 10 positions properly does take a lot of time and focus. And I just don't have time to do it. So I'm like, all right, fuck. Now I'm just kind of back to square one. But I think now we're all on just the same page where I can run like an aggressive like speed run sort of thing, and I still think people will actually gain some benefit out of it just through setup selection and whatnot, and just seeing me do things live. I'm gonna try to just wire in the account into Discord so that it just prints my prints and prints like the daily account balance. I think that would be dope, just so I don't have to do it. But yeah, I don't know. There's no real rush to do it because I just don't think that there's going to be many actionable setups. But either way, I'm gonna, I don't even know if I have to fund the account. Yeah, I'm just gonna fund the account, top it off. Which I'd have to look at it. But we'll get everything sorted away and set up next week and just kind of take it from there. But I would expect the progress to be slow until we move through August and September. But it's easier for me to manage just a couple of larger positions than it is managing a whole book of positions. So I think that's a compromise. All right, we are getting at the bottom of this list here. Damn. As a volume bar. Under Armour. Who the fuck wears Under Armour? Truly. Giga Cloud, what a name. I don't know what they do, but they have made some really big moves in the past. This one's interesting. I'd like to learn about this one. Giga Cloud. I like these just big linear downtrends. And then it breaks, gives you first flag, boop. And then now it could give you like first touch or continuation up there. Just curious. I'm gonna throw it on my knees more sideways list because I got some room. All right, that concludes the watch list. Does anybody have any questions or anything they want me to go over while you have my attention? Speak now or forever hold your peace. I'll give you a couple of minutes to stew on it as I just flick through some other stuff. Basically the same setup as coin. Kind of interesting. Yeah, it's the exact same setup as coin. Huh. Chart memory. Funny how that works. Curious about. I don't personally use that rule. I think it's really good for people learning discipline and starting out. Because oftentimes some of the biggest moves start when the 10 is still below the 20. I mean, you could wait. I think it's a good one. I think it'll keep you out of a lot of trouble. But 99% of people aren't going to follow it anyways. So if you have the ability to just follow that rule, yeah, do it. It makes sense. It'll keep you out of trouble. Let's see what's in the extended list. Load. Well, I'm not really buying stuff that's extended, so no, not really. Most of the names that I have, we've been in for a long time, but no, not really. I mean, the BMNR probably. We could look at that one. The duration of its moves are really short. So like, I don't know, we may get a couple of days out of it. I kind of thought it was going to go to this left side peak and breach it. So like 75, 80-ish. Might be able to do that next day or two. Depends on what ETH does. But yeah, I mean, I think it's wise. I think it's wise. It's either you do that or you just take smaller size. I just don't see any setups though. Like, how many setups are on my focus list? There's 0. So, you know, for me, the number one indicator is the length and quality of my watch list. And, you know, you have like, I guess this one. So, I mean, technically this is actionable. Yeah, I mean, it looks nice. I just don't know though. Like, it's the only one. And then Medic looks pretty good. But like, I wish it went sideways a couple of days. So I just don't really have, like, NIO looks good, but I just don't really have much that I'm super duper, you know, excited on that I'm not already in. Like Baba, I'm already in, etc. But I mean, to answer your question, are you changing your sell rules? I'm being rate limited by the market itself, so it doesn't really matter. I don't even really think about it. Yeah, I don't even really think about it. Like, guys, you should already have a bunch of positions open and be up, you know, tens of percent in a lot of names, because all the breakouts happen. Like, you know, I feel like we're at like the tail end of them happening. Like, if you weren't on the bus last week, I don't know what there is left, and more than likely the stuff that I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, half or more of the stuff that I bought recently I get stopped out of, just due to, you know, seasonality and just overall lack of setups. The market's extended, etc. Like, the names that I'm in, like, that I'm most excited about, like, you know, Baba, CoreWeave, Tesla, they're all, you know, just starting to emerge out of these big bases, and which is great though, because it definitely gives new places for money to flow to, which is great. But yeah, I mean, most of the moves happened in April and shortly after, and they've just been lockout rallies since. So it's been really hard to get positioned if you missed that initial thrust. But there have been opportunities, you know, several opportunities, though select, you know, since then. And I've caught a couple of them, but I've missed the vast majority. And just only in the last couple of weeks have I gotten positioned in some new stuff. But I mean, you know, Tesla, I'm not up that much. I mean, I'm up, you know, 10% or more. Like Baba, I'm not really up much. UNH, I'm not up that much. Like, any one of these I could really potentially just be stopped out of next week, and then, you know, be sitting majority cash. Like, the names that I have really big cushion in, I'm not even looking at them. I'm not even thinking about them. Like Hood, like, I will literally hold it, the rest of my position, like, until it came back all the way on me, unless there was just some like crazy like negative EP, like weird news event or something. But like, I'm trying to hold that forever at this point. And the same goes for some of the other longer holdings. Does anybody else have any other questions? Any other thoughts? I know I'm like a broken record. Like, every time I do these chart talks, I just feel like I talk about the same thing over and over and over and over. There's really not a lot to talk about. Maybe another way of doing them that'd be a little bit more exciting would just be like market open streams to actually, like, you know, see execution and stuff, kind of like Qualamagi did. It's just, you know, am I here at the desk and able to do that? And I mean, if these things are, like, you know, beneficial, you know, for me to just kind of keep uttering the same repetitious things, I'll keep doing them every once in a while. But yeah, I mean, there's just like if you were to literally like run each one of my chart talk episodes through AI, each one of the transcripts, they're gonna be like, this dude just keeps talking about the same thing, essentially. Like, I just keep coming up with different analogies or metaphors for you guys, but it's all the same shit. Big move up, pull back, go sideways, expand. Focus on clean stocks with momentum. That's why I'm so excited about CoreWeave. I just leave it up, honestly. I just look at this thing. Even though it's the end of the season, yada yada yada, I would be surprised if it just Knowing my luck this earnings season, holding through earnings, it'll probably dunk on me or like not really do something spectacular, but who knows? Maybe I'll get lucky and it just just goes insane. It just prints stupid numbers. But all right, if there's no more questions, I'm gonna cut the stream. I'm gonna go get something to eat. Thanks for hanging out. Talk to you guys next time.